Have you noticed it feels like men and women are more divided than ever? Every day online, it's one side blaming the other. Dating feels broken. Social media makes it way worse. And nobody wants to talk about what's really happening, bro. Before I get into social media, I just want to talk about feminism real quick. You know, the first wave of feminism, it just gave women the rights to vote, to have money in their bank account, and own homes, all that stuff. You know, they could work. Okay, that's great. But have you noticed the feminism waves of today is getting worse and worse than it's ever been? It's not like they want equality anymore. It's not like they want equity anymore. It's like they want way more privileges than men, way more rights and privileges. A lot of women today they want equal privileges and rights, but there's some women that are going way above and beyond. There's some women today that actively hate men, and it's being normalized for them to hate men. Like no one's doing anything about it. Even a couple years ago, Gillette, they had a commercial where they were targeting men, and their audience is men. It's like, what are they doing? Why are you getting so woke to where you're hating yourself? You know, like, I don't understand. Like, me, if I see a brand that tries to attack me, I'm like, why would I buy from you? I don't care. I don't care how good your product is. If you're going to insult me or the way I am, whether you're insulting men, Muslims, people from my country, my demographic, if you're going to insult a part of me, why would I buy from you? And it feels like a lot of men tuning into this now. There wasn't many men back then that like would stand up to this and or call it out. They would just go with it. You know, they wouldn't care too much. And it's just like, bro, now like when you're older and you have thicker skin, it's like, okay, but the young men are getting influenced. But anyways, feminism did some damage now to where it's acceptable to hate men, even good men that contribute to society, that don't have criminal records. Whatever, it is what it is. And now social media has made it worse. As a result of feminism and women having freedom to do a lot with their bodies, so did men. Men created the red pill back in 2018, 2019, maybe before that, I don't know, but it got very famous during COVID. Just when COVID happened in 2020, that's when the red pill started to boom. You know, like Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, all those guys. And there was a lot of takes that were like, there was some of their takes that I agree with, and some that were just like rage baitish. There, you know. Sometimes one of them said that all women are hoes and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, you're going a little too far, you know. And they're saying don't get married to women. I don't really agree with that. I see why some men say that. You know, a lot of men do get messed up in divorce, and they get ruined. Their income's gone. They don't get to see their kids. They've seen the worst side. They're dealt with some police trouble, legal issues. It's like, okay, I get it's not worth it, but at the same time, we need to procreate. It's been life has been like this for hundreds of thousands of years, man, woman, kids, so we have to come to the objective at the end of the day. And yeah, even now, social media, as a result of the red pill, a lot of women have been giving their own takes on TikTok where they're just bashing men. Like, what's that girl's name, Drew Buffalo or whatever, I don't know. But she was giving some horrible takes, like when she was just making it acceptable for women to hate men. And I look at that, I'm like, bro, this is just extremism. These extreme takes go viral. Normal people stay silent. And like these brands, these brands aren't saying anything. If you insult a man nowadays, a brand will not say anything. They will reward you. But if you insult a woman, these brands will stop doing deals with you. So these brands are part of the problem, especially the people with the money, because they get to control everything. And these TikToks, a lot of women spend a lot of time on social media every day, hours doom scrolling. So they're more likely to get this into their heads. Guys too, I'm not gonna lie. If you ask a guy who's been into a breakup or ask him how to get his girl back, bro, he's gonna see videos of Fresh and Fit, AMS, other guys, but there's some guys that don't go into the extreme route. They just want to give genuine advice on how to get their girl back. But some of these guys, bro, it's like a next loophole. It's like they're exposed to the next underworld, But yeah, apps make it very hard for people. Like, there's unrealistic standards on the woman's side, and most guys can't even land a date, Women have some weird expectations. They want you to be like 7 foot tall, make 10K a week, and they want six pack abs. And then, they just have these weird expectations. It's like they got attention once from a celebrity, and they think that should be the norm, where it's not the norm. It's obviously not the norm. And guys, a lot of guys can't even get a date. And it's like an issue where it's like, bro, if they can't get a date, they can't get a girlfriend, what's going to happen 20, 30 years from now? Are they just going to die single? Are they just going to die on their own? Why is no one doing anything about this, you know? And there's some countries like Japan and South Korea, you know, they're making people, date each other more, giving them more money and bonuses. Even in Poland, like anyone who has a family, they'll give them a bonus and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's what Germany did in like the 1920s before the painter. But yeah, there's a lot of dating frustrations going on. Women get with men that are like 10 out of 10s, 11 out of 10s that make a lot of money. And those men typically date like 3-4 girls at once. And the woman gets upset because she can't land him to himself. It is what it is. But real life and online life is a bit different, like on social media, they promote the top 1%. In social media, the algorithm push the men is trash, women are gold diggers type of content. You see that every day. You see it come to your feed. In real life, you go outside, you ask people if you ask a man if he hates a woman, he'll say no. If you ask most men, they'll say no. Even a woman, there's videos of women saying they'll hate men, stuff like that online. But if you ask them directly, do you actually hate a man? They'll say no. They'll say they're frustrated. They'll say there's a lot of bad men out there. But I guarantee you, if you ask 100 women out there, most of them will say they don't hate men. Like families, friendships, relationships, they still exist at the end of the day. It's a smaller margin. People are getting more antisocial and there's less love in the air. But there's still some love that still exists, The internet magnifies this. They make it 100 times worse than it is. And many men nowadays, they just feel ignored and judged if they even speak about this. And like women feel unsafe or disrespected. Both sides are getting frustrated. When it comes to men feeling ignored and judged, like if they have an opinion on a woman, if they have any say, if they say it in real life, people will be like, oh, they'll shame them. They'll be like, what's wrong with you? But when they say it online, these communities, these like ISOL communities, they praise them for it. They say, hey, it's not just you going for it. It's me too. And like women too, they feel unsafe or disrespected and stuff like that when they have a take, and some men just disrespect them for no reason. It's like, well, what do you expect? But yeah, all of this is not going to solve anything. What's really going to solve all this issue is if people go outside and keep meeting people. That's what's good. That's what solves a lot of things, Like for men, they got to improve themselves, make their money. They got to do a lot of things, But what they should be doing too is just keep approaching. I know it sucks to approach like 20, 30 women are getting rejected, but bro, you got to keep pushing. It sucks facing rejection. You got to get where you can land. At the end of the day, your ancestors didn't fight saber-tooths just for you to go down like that. It's either sink or swim. Don't be part of the 30-40% men experiencing the male loneliness epidemic. And bro, this loneliness epidemic is going to get women too. There's going to be a lot of women that are not going to be happy. Like, women are going to experience it later than men, but I'm telling you, they're going to experience it too, and it's not good. I hope, like, the male loneliness epidemic gets fixed and it doesn't get worse on the woman's side either. Because, bro, I was once a lonely male too, Like, when I was from, like, 22 to 24, I didn't have much friends, and I wasn't really dating anyone, and I was working a lot and starting my business and stuff, but like I was experiencing it myself too, and I was just grinding. I was just staying down until I came up and doing my thing, but I didn't know, I wasn't aware what's gonna happen to my life 3 years later. I was gonna be married 4 years later, So I understand why men are feeling uncertain, women too, especially women aging when. Bro, a lot of women act like it's okay, like, to be single and not have men. But when they're 35, their biological time clock just goes, and they want to get married. Have you noticed that? Are you guys have any siblings that are women at that age, or know any women? But just before they're 40, bro, it goes off. They want kids. They want kids so bad, and they've made a lot of bad decisions, and it's harder for them to attract men or keep a man. It's like, damn, I really wish they did it. But at the end of the day, the real enemy isn't the men or women. It's toxic cultures, it's crazy monetizations happening on social media when they keep pushing this content. And at the end of the day, it's all propaganda. The propaganda and all these isms, they're creating the worst of worst. They're making it harder for everybody. They're just crazy. They're creating chaos and division at the end of the day. and it's something that like you have to fix within yourself. Before you try to fix the world, you got to fix yourself. You got to like untangle your brain. Me, from 2020 to 2021, I was super deep into the red pill. I was very in that lane. I was a full-on red pillar. Now I'm a bit more blue pill. I'm red and blue. I'm like a purple pill type of guy. But I'm telling you guys right now, you have to be aware of what you watch and what you don't watch. You sometimes, when it comes to all this content, you gotta block it on social media. You gotta click don't recommend. When you see like a woman going on a rant and you're a woman about hating men, you gotta click hide content. When you see a man just bashing women, you gotta click hide content. TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, because bro, you don't want it to affect you at the end of the day. Because there's a lot of generalizations that there's not that much good men and women out there, but I really do think there is. Whoever's watching, I think you're a good man or woman. Especially if you're watching this video, you want answers. You could find people like yourself and do better. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think. Let's find a way to fix the issue of the gender wars. And if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna drop more videos for you guys. Thank you.